Morning everyone. I'm alive, don't worry. So a very long afternoon in the hospital waiting to be seen in the accident and emergency kind of ward where you just kind of pull up and wait. The dregs of society in there, some genuinely sick people and some people that probably should have just been removed from the gene pool. Out and out swearing in public places and shouting conversations, no thought for anyone else, just generally being a dick, expecting the world and not getting it, and then getting crappy with the staff once you don't get your own way while everyone else is sat there waiting patiently. Really frustrating. There was one lad wandering around shouting his mouth off because he wasn't being seen quick enough, and he kept coming up to the vending machine about 4 times, didn't have the right kind of money, walked away, and then 10 minutes later he came back and checked his pockets again. And he was like really obnoxious. He kept banging the plastic shielding in front of this other couple, which the guy kept turning around and looking at him, and it was almost like he did it on purpose just to be, you know, a pain in the ass. And of course I had my foot stretched out and I was waiting for him to try and kick my foot out of the way or do something like that, and he'd got launched out of a window. But unfortunately security came and removed him from the building. That's how bad it got. A hospital, can you imagine that? So yeah, eventually got seen by a lovely nurse called Nom, so thank you very much. Not that you watch the channel, but I'll give you a shout out anyway. Really super professional. Looked at my foot, really friendly. I basically said, like, you can see where whatever it was bit you, there is a mark and everything, there's no infection left, the antibiotics would have killed it. She said it's not down to the fact that there's something inside your foot that you're having a problem, it's because I have really severe, what did she say, soft tissue damage, does that make sense? Because there's been an infection, now it's trying to heal, because I'm on my feet all day long, it's basically just, we're tenderizing a steak. She said that's what it is. She said you've ruined the side of your foot. So I have crutches. Not sure how that's going to work in the office today. I'm going to have to limp round on tiptoes, but I do have crutches when I'm not working normally to be able to take the weight off my left foot and let it heal. And it's, yeah, ice packs and levitation in the evening, so I'm just resting. Hence why you got a video, because I was able to bus led on the sofa. It's a fun day yesterday, lots of cool cars. We had David come and pick up the Aston. He was telling me, actually really interestingly, that because it's a Mercedes engine and kind of ECU and software in there, that they are planning a update hopefully this year or next year, where the Mercedes, because it is a new car, but the Mercedes stuff from whatever they've pinched it from will be getting an upgrade to work with the Aston, and hopefully the CarPlay and all the Android Auto stuff will work in-house. So rather than having the adapter, which is kind of doing the Wi-Fi at the minute, it will actually be in the software itself, so we'll have to retune it to the Mercedes stuff like we did the first time, not on the Apple stuff which is on the box, because like we were talking about Chinese stuff, it's a Chinese box of some description that's supported by a company, and it gives Wi-Fi CarPlay, but the audio quality that comes out of it, garbage, absolute garbage, honestly. I thought it was just the way that the tune was working yesterday, but actually switching to radio, the sound was perfect, really nice again. So the iPhone capability of that little box, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of the software, whether it compresses it or whether it's just the way that the information is transferred. It ruins it, absolutely ruins it, and the sound quality was bad. So we will be retuning that box as long as Aston get the update. Today we've got a Kia Picanto, which the guy phoned me yesterday, should have already dropped it off. And this afternoon we've got the Mercedes that we did the L7 downward firing sub box in, but the boot floor collapsed. I've got to recut him a new floor, support it, carpet it, so he can have the box up in the air and a boot floor that's not falling into the spare wheel. Well, that's today's job. And tonight we're off to Caffeine and Machine with Furry Gary. His Tesla, I think he's taking, and I'll be taking the Lotus, and we are going to have 360 cam and all of the fun stuff. So there's going to be quite a good video today, so I'm excited for tonight. Hopefully the weather buggers off and we just get nice weather today. But we're going anyway, so regardless. If it's really wet, it'll probably make for a good video because of rooster tail and spray, but if not, we're going to enjoy ourselves anyway. I need to get some fuel because the van is on range of about 10 miles. So I'm going to do that, and I'll come back to you in a bit, everyone. Happy Saturday.
A few inches later.
God, it's a weird day when you see diesel is more expensive than super unleaded petrol.
GPS connected.
That was £1.99.9 a litre, so it might as well have been £2. So £100 for 50 litres, and it's given me just under, or just over half a tank. Jesus. Expensive. Funny enough, I went past a Shell station last night, which is usually what I use. And the fuel was like 197 or 198, and they're like the good fuels. I like Shell. And sure enough, I was like, looked at the price and I'm like, my God, that's a lot of money. Gone to the supermarket to get it cheaper? No, it's more expensive. What do you do, eh? Jesus. The cost of living crisis. If it's a car, I don't mind. We'll pay it. We'll pay it. But yeah, it's a bit shocking to see double the money, half the product. Anyway, breakfast time. We need some bacon, we need a coffee. Cars hopefully should be there. We can get cracking, get clean in the Lotus, do the checks, check the water, check the fluids and stuff, get some fuel in him, get ready for tonight. Charge all the toys. GoPro 360, all of the buttons, all of the batteries. Let's get them going. See you in a bit, everyone.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
I'm not using my crutches, don't tell my wife. I'm limping around the shop at the minute, so we got our first one in, which is a Kia Picanto. We've got fascia kit stuff to do on this one. That's the original radio. We've got a single din to put in it. Their own Pioneer, and I've got the fascia kit bits and bobs just here. So we're going to get this thing installed, and then we'll wait for the Mercedes, which is due to come in this afternoon, I think. We've got a Pioneer 7800 to go in. Got DAB and Bluetooth. Jesus Christ, you need to clean this car out. Ugh. Right, see you in a bit. Let me just nip round the other side. I'm going to keep talking because we've got some stereo music playing and I don't want that to mute the video out. So this one is finished. We've got, let me just jump in the car here. So we've got Pioneer radio, really swishy, flashy looking fascia kit. Dead impressed with this one actually. Some of them are garbage, but this reproduction is actually super cool. So it's like two halves of a plastic bracket that clip together, and they give you like this shell. There's a metal cage in there that you bolt the radio into, and then everything all slides into the dash nice and neatly. And actually, I'm dead impressed with that. As a, how should we say, a bougie style branded car, not really one of the top specs. They've really gone to town on fitting that fascia kit up perfectly. And that is a cool bit of kit. So whoever designed that, kudos to you, mate. Good job. Looks really nice. Obviously no steering controls on this one because it's sort of a base model. But now she's got digital radio, Bluetooth, and a radio. Job done. So we'll get this one out. Mercedes next. We're going to be doing a little bit of a refresh on this one. I've got to build him a boot floor that's not collapsed, but we are going to be changing for a ported box. So I'll see you soon. All right, boys. So Merc's in now. What we've basically got is obviously a folded boot floor from somebody putting a lot of weight on here because there's no support in the middle. I'm pretty sure that this basket is supposed to sit higher up and then give the center of the floor some support. But what we've basically got is two sections to the carpet, which was all one. So the plastic boot clip, the top and the base, which is supposed to be the support. Now obviously you can see where the weight has kind of split this thing, so this is no good to man or beast. Now it's fucked. So what we do is we use that, or separate that from that, so pull it all apart, separate the glue, undo the plastic clip, put it on a bit of wood, draw a template, and what we're going to do is then brace the bottom of this. This will then get fitted to the base of that. That then goes back in the boot, looks original, but obviously underneath we've now got some proper support instead of this old pointless thing. And because that spare wheel well is lower down, we've got a bit of support. So I'm going to crack on with this. See you in a bit. Yeah, Ferry's coming in his vibrator. We're going to go and eat pizza and be merry. See you in a bit. Right then guys, we're back home, full of pizza and nachos. I feel fat, I feel heavy, I feel real sleepy. It was a real good night, nice to see Si again, nice to get out, do some car stuff. There wasn't that much up there, to be honest. I think the weather put people off early. It was a bit of a washout when we did have rain. But Lotus has developed a misfire, so I've got to start looking at plugs and leads because we've got a prom next week to do. I've got to take one of my friend's sons to his high school prom. So we can't have a 7-cylinder. We need to get that fixed. So that's what we're going to be doing Tuesday. I'm not in work Monday, I'm having a day off, taking the kids out. Should be some interesting drone footage coming up. Not now, in a few days. So I'll see you soon. Thanks for subscribing and watching and supporting the channel as always. See you soon. Bye.